I will reveal to you, people keep asking me, Sadhguru, we can see you're uneducated and obviously everybody knows that I don't have a moment to read or refer or consult. So they keep asking me, Sadhguru, where is all this coming from? Where is this knowledge from? So today I thought I will reveal the key. I will give away the key to this knowledge. The question is only, will you be awake enough to grab it when I throw it, or will you… Hello? Let me hear some life, huh? Because you must understand, sleep and death are brothers. They're not very different. You may be dying 6 to 8 hours a day which is 25 to 33% of the day one is dead. So one important dimension of yoga is to master sleep, because if one does not know how to stay awake, one will not know how to stay aware. So life is like this, distracted life. In this state, one will not see anything except the most obvious that is necessary for survival. It is with keenness of attention that many doors in the universe can open. I would say, if your attention is keen enough, there is no door in the universe which will not open for you. So, a little while later, I will give away the key to you. Let me see how many… It's good, the echo is saying 3 times, how many? Very good. How many of you will you blossom into knowing? Because unfortunately, today's education systems have confused the hell out of you with a heap of information about everything. Information is not knowing. Information is useful for survival. Information is not useful for knowing, experiencing. So we are talking about a science which is experiential in nature, not informative. Because unless you experience something, it's not really true for you, it's just another story. You read a high school textbook, science textbook, and you think you know science. No, you're just believing a book. That's like religion, nothing scientific about it. Unless you know something experientially, it's not true for you. So I'm not talking about me giving you some information, I'm talking about a key. A key Suppose I gave you a key, let's say you do not know the concept of lock and key, and I gave you a key, a small metal piece. You don't know what it is, you looked at it, maybe you put it in your ears and did this, you used it to scratch yourself, or you discarded it. Because a key is a useless thing unless you know how to put it into that specific hole and turn it in a particular way, then it can open up a whole new world. So a key is a dimension. A key is a dimensional possibility. A key is not information. A key is not accumulation. Unfortunately, most people today have misunderstood accumulation of information as knowing. So in this context, when they asked how to grasp, how to master this cosmos, Adiyogi said 5. Namah Shivaya. Na means earth, Ma is water, Shi is fire. I think a lot of you know this, Shi is fire. Va is air, Ya is space. Namah Shivaya. He told them just 5 things. Just 5 things. Look at the mischief. Just with 5 things, how much has happened in creation? So, this is not through the straitjacket of logic. This is an order. This is a dimension, like a forest, not like a manicured garden. For one who looks at things superficially, a well-kept garden looks like order. Forest looks like chaos. But tell me, look at this little more profoundly. The forest has a perfect order. It has a perfect system of its own. Otherwise, it would not have lasted for 1,000,000 years or more. A garden, however well-designed garden it is, if you do not tend to it for a month, probably it's gone. So we are talking about a different dimension of order, like a forest, which on the surface looks chaotic, but is in perfect order. The very longevity says that it's in order, otherwise it wouldn't exist. Adiyogi, when he referred to Namah Shivaya, he's talking about mantra. Mantra is that dimension of sound which is mathematically perfect. Music is melodious when it's mathematically correct, but music has invested too much into aesthetics. But a mantra is not about aesthetics, it's pure mathematics. There are school children here, I think I'm hearing, they're saying, Sadhguru, once again if you say mathematics, we'll fall asleep right here. Well, I'm not talking about that kind of mathematics, not about 2 plus 2, A plus B equals C, not that kind of mathematics. I'm talking about a mathematics that doesn't have equations of simple logic. I'm talking about mathematics which has brought order to this seemingly chaotic cosmos. On a certain day, a Gnana yogi means one who employs his intellect as the basic tool of knowing. He came to Adiyogi and said, I very much appreciate the many things that you have expounded sounds very scientific, logically correct, but a whole lot of your devotees are always shouting your name, Shambho, Shiva, and going around doing crazy things. How do you allow these people? These crazy people who'll simply shout Shiva, Shambho and jump around. What kind of science is that? You should not allow these things. So, Adiyogi said, see here, do you see that little worm crawling? Just go near the worm and say, Shiva Shambho. Said, why not? And went to the worm and said, Shiva Shambho. The worm just fell dead right there. The Jnana Yogi was shocked. The mantra kills. Yes, it does. What is the purpose of this? I utter the mantra and the poor creature dies. The Adiyogi said, leave that. Here, a butterfly. See, butterfly. Say Shiva Shambho to that. But he was hesitant now. I don't want to kill a butterfly. Doesn't matter, say Shiva Shambho to butterfly. He said, Shiva Shambho, poof, the butterfly died. Then now he was aghast, what is this? What is the point of this kind of mantra? This looks like a gun, Shiva Shambho, boom, they're dead. Then a young fawn, a young deer was romping around. Adiyogi said, look at the deer and say Shiva Shambho. Said, no, I'm not going to do this. Adiyogi said, just do it. He said, Shiva Shambho. The deer fell dead right there. Just then, a couple came with a little infant in their hand for blessing. Adiyogi looked at the little child and said, say Shiva Shambho to this child. He said, no way, you're not going to make me do that. I am not going to kill this child. Just then, this little infant sat up and spoke, I was a worm, you uttered the mantra, I became a butterfly, you uttered the mantra, I became a deer, you uttered the mantra, I've become human, please say it, let me become divine. The foundation, the key for everything that I am and everything that happens in the name of Isha is just this one sound, this one mantra. I'm talking about a key. Hello, those of you, they're walking around people, you must sit down, we were going to do something now. Everybody sit down, ellaru ukkandukono. Please sit down wherever you are. We'll do a simple thing, very simple thing, but this will start a new process in your life. This is the key. As I said, key is a phenomenal instrument only if you know how to use it, otherwise it's just a piece of metal. So is a mantra. Today modern science is beginning to recognize that the entire universe is just a reverberation of energy. Where there is a vibration, there is bound to be a sound. So, universe is a complex amalgamation of sounds. In this web, an enormous limitless web of sounds. A few key sounds have been identified, which we refer to as mantra. It's very important that the mantra, a specific mantra, goes into the right keyhole and you turn it the right way. Any number of times I see people doing this. You give them a key, they do not know which way to turn it, they'll do this way, this way, this way, this way. It's not going to work like that. You have to turn it in a specific way, depending upon the nature of the lock, depending upon the nature of that dimension, accordingly it works. So, we will do this mantra in a particular way. I want you to listen to the instructions carefully. Stand where you are, you can even do this standing. Upward, loose, without any tension, just loose. You must imagine that your hand or your arm is like a rope in the earth kai.
अपने बाएं हाथ को बिल्कुल ढीला रखें, जैसे कि वो एक रस्सी या सुतली की तरह वहां पे पड़ा हो। हथेली ऊपर की ओर होनी चाहिए, बाएं हाथ को बिल्कुल ढीला रखें।
Take your right hand, use any finger, you can just block your right nostril. Don't do it yet, just listen to me. You block your right nostril and inhale fully, forcefully like that, and all the air that you have gathered with the inhalation should go out with one sound, like this. Shambho. Shambho. Take a full breath.
एक गहरी सांस अंदर लीजिए।
Shambho. 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 Just sit still, keep your eyes closed, just sit still. Keep your eyes closed and just sit still, unmoving. Shiva Shambho Shambho Shiva Shambho Shambho Shiva Shambho Shambho Shiva Shambho Shiva Shambho Shambho Shiva Shambho Shambho Shiva Shambho Shambho Shiva Shambho Shiva Shambho Shambho Shiva Shambho Shambho Shiva Shambho Shambho Shiva Shambho Shiva Shambho Shambho Shiva Shambho Shambho Shiva Shambho Shambho Shiva Shambho Shiva Shambho Shambho Shiva Shambho Shambho Shiva Shambho Shambho Shiva Shambho Shiva Shambho Shambho Shiva Shambho Shambho Shiva Shambho Shambho Shiva Shambho Shiva Shambho Shambho Shiva Shambho Shambho Shiva Shambho Shambho Shiva Shambho Shiva Shambho Shambho Shiva Shambho Shambho Shiva Shambho Shambho Shiva Shambho Shiva Shambho Shambho Shiva Shambho Shambho Shiva Shambho Shambho Shiva Shambho Shiva Shambho Shambho Shiva Shambho Shambho Shiva Shambho Shambho Shiva Shambho Slowly, very slowly, please open your eyes.
For more on Mystics of India, click the subscribe button and subscribe to our channel. Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
He said, it's better to walk alone than to walk with a fool. If you want, consciously you can evolve in this evening. There is no limit as to how a human being can become. This is something that every human being must do. Then coming together will be hugely rewarding. When Gautama, the Buddha, was asked, is it better to walk alone or in company? He said, it's better to walk alone than to walk with a fool. Well, that's him, not me. He was quite sure that only a fool will walk with you. So he said, it's better to walk alone than to walk with a fool. Certain lore in this country says, when you want to do a short and quick journey, walk alone. When you want to do a long journey, walk in company. But the important thing is, who is walking with you? Not always being together is a good thing. Many times, being together can be a nuisance. So, first and foremost, unless you are a twin, even then, we come alone and we go alone. If one does not know how to be by himself or herself, then being together can be a lot of nuisance. We are referred to as human beings. Human beings means every other creature is what it is simply because of what it does. But a human being can simply be, which is a unique quality of the human being, that we can simply be, that we are not compulsive action, that's what it means. Our action is conscious and judicious. But generally, when people get together, generally, people are in compulsive action. It can be an association where there could be a purposeful action, or it can be a gang where there can be more purposeful action, or it can be a crowd which can be a compulsive action. So essentially, to be human means we have reached that point of evolution within ourselves that if we wish, we can simply sit here, just be. We can consider as to what action to take and what not to take. This is definitely individual. When individuals come together, we say, it's we in plural, but still it is individuals who have to come together. To be an individual means you are not further divisible. That means you're just one. People find different ways to divide themselves within themselves. In India, with 8,000–10,000 years of cultural history, we have invented various words to divide ourselves. It's very common for people to talk in terms of Atma, Paramatma, Ahankara, this one and that one. But every culture has this in their own way. When things are going right, when good things are being done, if you ask people, they say, yes, I did it. When things don't go right, when things go wrong, then they will try to find somebody. If they don't find anybody, He is always there. When they are very wonderful, of course they take pride in being how wonderful they are. When they turn nasty, they say, "It was my ego." Mr. Ego is always a fall guy. So individual means, but if I'm wonderful, it's me. If I'm nasty, it's me. All of you. Are you 24 hours wonderful? Hello? Are you 24 hours wonderful? No, sometimes wonderful, sometimes nasty, sometimes beautiful, sometimes ugly. It's okay. If we understand it is me who is capable of being absolutely wonderful and it is me who is capable of being absolutely nasty another moment, then gradually the number of moments of nastiness will keep on receding. If I see what is wonderful is me, what is nasty is… In India we have many words, it's my karma, what can I do? Now, you must fix this. Being an individual is very important, that means you're not further divisible. If I'm wonderful, it's me, if I'm nasty, it's me. If I succeed, it's me, if I fail, it's me. You have to fix this. I'm just asking you a simple question. Within this, how many people? Hello? How many people within you? 1, 2, only one. If you're one, you're a normal human being. If you're more than one, you're either schizophrenic or you're possessed. You either need a psychiatrist or an exorcist. But you will see whenever things don't go right, another guy will pop up from somewhere. So, becoming an individual means you killed all those pop-ups and just said, "This is me." This what is me has many dimensions. If I don't see this is an individual, I cannot divide this further, then transformation will not happen. If transformation does not happen, if people come together in that state, there will be more mess than solutions. All creatures hang out together. Whether it is various wild creatures, most of them hang out together. Even monkeys who are just one step behind us, they are also in bunches. It is only human being who can sit alone and transform himself or herself, because this is the prerogative of being human, that we can simply be. This is why you are called human being, you are capable of being. You are not in a compulsive state of activity. If you want, consciously you can evolve. In this evening you can evolve, if you're willing. It doesn't take 1,000,000 years, because our evolution is not biological anymore, our evolution is conscious. For every other creature, it is fixed. Nature has fixed 2 lines within which every other creature lives and goes. But once you have come as a human being, there is only bottom line, there is no top line. There is no limit as to how a human being can become. So before we associate ourselves with people, it'll be good every day in the morning or a certain period of your life, if one withdraws to spend a little time with oneself and see how, in what ways can this be little better than the way it was yesterday, this life? How it can be a little better life than what it was yesterday, because most people are coming together for their needs. To fulfill needs, people come together. Some people come together to fulfill a purpose or a cause. Some people come together to eat, drink and be together because they cannot be alone. This is something that every human being must do. A certain period of time, you do one thing, just 24 hours, take a break from everything, not today, right now you're among people. You take a break sometime, just 24 hours. And don't read, don't watch television, don't use a phone. Simply sit in your room, alert, not sleeping. And if you watch the nature of your mind, you yourself will certify, this is a madman. Because for most people, their mind cannot stay on any one thing. Unless they're in activity, simply they cannot be here. In compulsive state of psychological activity is on. When you are like this, you cannot be. That means you cannot be a human being. Being has to happen. Only then togetherness will be very rich. If you know how to be by yourself, then coming together will be hugely rewarding and of tremendous value. That means we came together consciously.